Hi, my name is Beth and I'm the sewing pattern designer and blogger at Sew DIY. Today I thought it would be fun to do a little recap of everything or almost everything that I made in 2019. So when I was looking back and thinking about the year, I really thought that I hadn't made that much stuff for myself. But then once I started making an actual list and pulling everything together, I realized that I've made over 30 things, like probably 40 things if I counted all the samples from my patterns. The big difference from years past is that I just haven't been blogging as many things because it gets kind of repetitive. If I'm just making the same pattern 5 times in a row, that's maybe not that interesting for the blog. So I have been making a lot of things. I'm going to show them to you and I think it's going to be really fun. Let's get started. So in my chair right here, I have a big pile of kind of loungewear stuff that I made. So at the beginning of the year, I made a couple of netty bodysuits, and I've made this pattern before. It's a great basic. I love a bodysuit as a layering piece. And this is from a stretched navy from Imagine Nats that I bought years ago. And then I finally made it into a jumpsuit this year. And I really like it. The only thing that I don't like is that somehow the sleeves are not quite long enough for me, but I have some more fabric, so I think I'm gonna alter it. I don't know if I'll be able to cut out new sleeves, but maybe just get them, like add some big cuffs and make them longer. The other netty bodysuit I made was from this stretch velvet, which I love that it's really dramatic. But I don't really love wearing it, and it's kind of because the inside of the fabric is like this really smooth and it's kind of cold, but then the fabric doesn't breathe, so you're like sweating and cold at the same time. I think I need to give it another shot and try it again. Also, I think having the higher neckline in the front just isn't as flattering for me, so I was super excited about it, but ended up not loving it as much. This is a very recent make. This is a Hey June Union Street tee that I've been wearing and I made thumbhole cuffs, and I'm going to do a tutorial for this, so look for that in the new year. And I made a bunch of t-shirts. I have a whole video about all the t-shirts that I made. So the Seamly tee, the Stellan tee. This is a Lou box top. I made this for the Lou box top sleeve expansion pack. Let's see. Oh, another Lou box top. And there's another one too that I just couldn't find. It's probably in the laundry. And then I have some sweaters. So I'm always cold, so I love wearing sweaters. This is from the same fabric as that Union Street tee. And this is the Seamly wrap cardigan. And I've made this pattern once before, and this time it's from a waffle knit. I really like how it's cozy and drapey. I love a shawl collar like this, so this is really fun. And then these two pieces are kind of weird because I messed them up with dyeing. I regret dyeing them. So this was originally an oatmeal color fabric, and this is the Kinder cardigan from the Beginner's Guide to Sewing Knits by Wendy Ward. And I really like the pattern, but I just didn't really love the color of the fabric, and I had some fabric dye, and I thought, oh, I can dye it black, and then or navy, and it just came out purple. So, and then I made this is the Elliot sweater by Helen's Closet, and I think this is View B. So this one was actually white and mint color, and I just kind of felt like it was a little too babyish of colors for me. It just like wasn't what I loved, and again I thought, oh, I can dye it navy and I'm gonna love it, and instead it's like a weird neon green and purple. So I'll probably just end up giving this one to Goodwill. But this is kind of a cool pattern. I would need to make some adjustments to it to get it what I really like. Like the neckline's a little bit too wide for me. And then I would need to change the opening of the slits, but I do like this high-low hem and the slit on the side. All right, you ready for more? Oh, such a dork. Okay, Now I'm going to show you a bunch of like pants kind of things. So I'm wearing my Dana jumpsuit. This is one that has not made it to the blog. It's very summery, so you'll probably see it next year. Let me see. I did some shorts, and I believe I have a video about shorts. So you've seen these. These are the Miller shorts by Seamwork magazine. And these are from a rayon, so it's really nice and lightweight and cool. I've really loved wearing these. It's just a drawstring waist. So these are the Palisade shorts by Paper Cut Patterns, and this was a wearable muslin for the pattern. I was planning to make it. Hi, kitty. Here, you wanna be in the video? So I was planning to make the Palisades out of this dark green olive linen in the pants version, but then I didn't really love the fit of the shorts, so I decided not to make it. Okay, oh, this one's fun. This is a detachable bib for the Flint pants. I'll try to like pop in a picture. So this is really fun. I've worn it a couple times, but instead of putting buttons at the bottom to attach it, I actually did snaps, and then the snaps just pop off. So it's really kind of annoying to wear, but I think it's really cute. I like it. I also made these Burnside bibs. This pattern is by Sew House 7. I really like it. I also have them in black. I feel like really utilitarian when I wear these. Like I can get a lot of stuff done, and I can like do a lot of gardening and fun stuff. Here's another one I made at the beginning of the year, and this was on my Make 9. They're wrinkly because I did not bother to iron anything for this video. So these are the Collier pants by French Navy Patterns, and it has a flat front and pleats and pockets and then an elastic waist back. So I feel like these look really professional and stylish, but they're still really comfortable too. Okay, and then I have a bunch of jumpsuits, of course. So the Dana jumpsuit, I just released this pattern a few weeks ago. I think it's great for all seasons. So I have it in gold full length. Oh, I have the shorts navy linen version, which I did get some wear of before it got too cold. And then I have another shorts version in this really cool print. And then my holiday version, which is on the blog. There's a whole blog post about this hack for it. This has a V-neck and wraparound waist, so it's really, really fun and festive. All right, I'm gonna go get some more things and be right back. All right, I know, would you believe there's more? But in 12 months of making, I've made a lot of stuff, like at least 3 things a month. So next I have a whole bunch of skirts. In June, I re-released my baseball skirt pattern, and I renamed it the Leela skirt. I was wearing it a little bit earlier in that gray linen. And this is a really great beginner skirt pattern, and the new version has a lot of options. So you can do a lot of different lengths and pocket styles. This is another one. I love this color. I'm definitely like into the yellow gold this year. Let's see. Ah, everything's falling down. Okay. Then this is a skirt for this idea I had about drafting your own drafting your own skirts without patterns. And this is a wraparound gathered skirt, and it's made out of this Liberty print. I think it's really cool for summer. This will be really easy to sew, so maybe one day this will become a pattern. And that one's never before seen, total exclusive. This is the Takara dress by Seamwork magazine, and this is a really boxy cocoon style dress. And then it has these little sleeves that really taper out. So this is kind of similar to my Lou Box Dress 1, except that the sleeves are more tapered. And I've loved wearing this bright color, and I obviously love that loose fitting cocoon style, so I really like this dress. That was a fun make. So while we're talking about Lou Box dresses, here is a Lou Box dress hack made out of a sweater knit. And this is a sweater knit from my shop. This has a split hem, and then it has the neckline from the Lou Box dress too. So this is a really fun hack. Full length sleeves, sweater dress, like nice and cozy. let's see. This one is a recent make. I've been wearing this a ton, actually. This is the Cheyenne shirt by Hey June Handmade, and I finished this just before Thanksgiving. It's a fabric that I've had in my stash for a really long time, so I was glad I was able to use it. I love plaids that have like all the colors of the rainbow in them, so this is definitely my kind of fabric. Then, let's see. This is my kind of no-waist robe. And I think I've shared this on Instagram, but I'm pretty sure I haven't done a blog post on it. And this is made from scraps of other things that I've made. And it's all French seamed, right? So definitely a slow sewing project. So this one may become a pattern. It's really like a no pattern. You figure out the dimensions that you want and then the rectangles to cut and you sew it together. So this one's pretty cool. I love this, and I love that it's an upcycling of scraps. It's a great like summer robe. It's a little bit too cold to wear it right now. Then this one, this is the Mito Cami by Paper Cut. I think it's inside out right now. I was really hopeful about this one. I'd made the Kobe dress at the end of last year. I needed a slip to go under it, and so I thought this would work really well, but it's really just too revealing for me. I have a big bust and I always want to wear a bra, so this one just didn't really work out, and I'm going to look for a different camisole or slip pattern, or maybe just make my own. So I've just been wearing this one as a nightgown in the summer. I think it is really lovely, just not enough coverage for me. Okay, you ready for some dresses? I think they all just fell on the floor. So this is Vogue 1501, and it's designed by Rachel Cami. It's kind of hard to show it, so I'll try to pop in a picture. It's this really interesting design where the top is only connected to the skirt at the center front waist, and it has these big pleats, and I used contrasting fabrics. So this silky black on the top, and then this like dotted textured black on the bottom. So this was really fun to make. It's a pattern that's been on my list for years. I think it was probably on my Make 9 like 3 years ago, and I finally got around to doing it. Okay, let's do this one. This is the Amy Jumpsuit by Closet Case Patterns, and I did a hack to have these little ties at the shoulder. So I have a blog post about this. This was my wearable muslin for the pattern, and I really loved wearing it this summer. It's like nice and breezy, but feels a little fancy, but also carefree. And then this was my final version for the Amy Jumpsuit, and this is a fabric that I bought in Copenhagen about 2 years ago, and I really loved it. I wore it a lot this summer. And then here's a Lou box dress too, and this one's also on the blog. So if you want, hi kitty. So if you fancy this fabric, go check out the online shop, and that pattern is also in my shop. And then I have another Vogue pattern that had been on my list for a long time. I found this amazing fabric in the downtown LA fashion district, and there were like 4 yards of it, and this pattern, I don't remember the name right now, it needed like 4 yards because it has this gigantic circle skirt. Hi kitty. And so I finally got the perfect fabric to match the pattern, and it worked out, and I love it. You want to say hi? Hi. Hi, baby. Mwah. Okay, here. Last but not least, I have some accessories. So, okay. So last month I did a YouTube video where I made these zippered pouches. I have 3 sizes. Small, medium, and baby tiny. I'll like pop in the link to that video. These would make a really great Christmas or New Year's gift. It's probably too late for a Christmas gift right now. And then I made this Maywood tote by Clumhouse, and I have a blog post about this. They gifted me this kit, It's wax canvas and then has these beautiful leather handles, and it converts into a backpack. So I really loved it. I've used it as a backpack and as a tote. It's been really great. My computer fits inside, so if I want to go like work at a coffee shop, I always take this bag. So I also dabble in a little bit of quilting, and this year I completed one quilt, and this is made from scraps of fabric that I dyed blue. I kind of did like a little bit of tie-dye, and I think I dyed these fabrics maybe like 5 years ago. So this year I finally pieced them together and quilted them, and I really love it. It's been really nice to get to use this quilt. I also started plans on making a single girl quilt by Denise Schmidt, and I kind of got started, but working with a pattern for a quilt is just a little bit hard for me. I like doing ones that are improvisational a little bit more. So I'm not totally sure if I'm going to go back to that project, but I have the fabric and I know in my mind what I want to do with it. So I kind of need to figure out how to make that vision become a reality in a way that'll be fun for me to work on. I also have a whole bunch of piece scraps that are in the same family as my no-waist robe, and those are going to be going into a quilt or other kind of quilted project. So stay tuned because more of that will be coming next year. So those are most of my makes for 2019. Thank you so much for following along this year. It's been so great. This is the first year that I've had YouTube and started making videos, so it's just been really special to me every time I get a comment or a like, and I really appreciate it. If you like this style of video, this kind of content, and seeing what I've been making, let me know in the comments, and maybe for 2020 I could do more of like a quarterly video so it's not quite this long. And if you haven't already, I would be so honored if you hit the little subscribe button down below. And I hope that you all have happy sewing New Year's. Bye!